Hey, and welcome back on the channel. The M40S Sandor today with a ham radio special for you. I have to say the device was sent to me, but it makes no difference. Measurements are measurements and you get always my opinion. Let me show you the radio. The company TIDRADIO, TIDRADIO. Sorry for the pronunciation, I'm really not sure how to pronounce it. The device was sent to me last year. Sorry TIDRADIO for the late video, but I had to test it. It was sent to me, they wrote me an email, hey, you want to test it? I said, of course. They have sent it to me. There is also little headphones with a microphone. There is a short antenna. I also measured it. It's still on the analyzer, sorry. It is the standard size rubber antenna. And I have to say I've never heard them before. Sorry for that. But the radio, I love it, is strong. But I really like it. Special thanks also on Bernd DL6IAN. He had to spend a little bit of time with me testing modulation, etc. in real world. Analyzer measurements are one thing. How does it sound in real life is sometimes a different story. And to tell you, it sounds amazing. It's an FM radio, typical. It's not really, it is not comparable to the Baofeng and QUANSHENGs. It's not the same price either. I have to say that. It's not a $20 radio, but it is not super expensive. At the time I'm doing this video, it is around 60 euro. Plus postal and packaging wherever you live in the world. To Germany, it's around 70, including customs, etc. So it's not an expensive radio, but let me tell you, the feel, the plastic, the display. Let me show you the display. You know the layout. It's typical layout, let me say that, but keep your interest at the top part. Power, up to 10 watt. I have to read again, and I write it here, what they claim, but it's not that cheap 3-4 watt thing they claim. And I did the measurements, and they don't lie. So, what else is to say about the radio? The model is the TD-H8. If you're interested, a link should be down in the description. So, first thing was, or is a little bit different, is how the battery is mounted. Let me show that to you. You click it in, and then there is this latch here, and it snaps in. It is really in place. Also the buttons, everything feels really, really good. There is a light. Is there really a need for? Not in my use case, but if you need one, you are happy that there is a light in your portable radio. So, straight to the measurements. First I want to show you is the harmonics. Now you ask why the harmonics. Of course, with the QUANSHENGs, with the harmonic problem, I thought harmonics would be nice to measure. First, I want to show you the harmonics. Why the harmonics? Of course, with the QUANSHENGs, the harmonics was a massive problem. Here we see that harmonics are not really a problem, not near. This is 145 megahertz, the 2-meter band, and also the harmonics for 439.70 centimeter band. Then we go to the antenna. SWR on the 2-meter band is excellent. So the same for 432, because the TX frequency, if you are working repeaters, etc., is down low there. But you see at the graph that up the antenna gets better. So next thing is how accurate is the radio. So I measured the offset frequency on 2-meter and 70 centimeter. Just quick. On 2-meter, straight on transmit frequency. On 70 centimeter, it is a little bit off, but it is 12 hertz. 12. That's nothing. You never will hear that in FM modulation. That's impossible to hear. That's not how frequency modulation works. Next are output power. We start with 70 centimeter. There are 3 settings, low, mid and high. On low, I think they claim 1 watt. But let me show you. It is way more. 35.36 watt. That's a little bit over 3 watt. Mid settings, 38 dBm is a little bit over 6 watt, 6.3 watt. That's not bad for a mobile, for portable. Finally, 70 centimeter in high settings, 39.3. That is beautiful, over 8 watt. That is 8.5, 8.5 watt from a portable. I was impressed. I'm still impressed. I did longer QSOs. Again, special thanks to Bernd, DL6IAN. Good friend of mine. He spent multiple evenings testing with me. We also tested multiple antennas, the difference. You know my favorite. If you don't know my favorite, watch that video. Impressive difference with the different antennas. He also tested with me the microphone settings you can do in this radio. You have like a preamp and it works amazing. The modulation is way better than the Baofeng or the QUANSHENG. It is beautiful. We compared it with my Kenwood radio and there is almost no difference. I tested back and forth with Bernd and at the end he figured it out which one is which one, but at the beginning there was no difference between the Kenwood and the TIDRADIO one. Really impressive. So back to output power. I think that's the more important part. On 2-meter band in low settings we have a 35.3 again, very consistent. It's a little bit over 3 watt, 3.4 watt in low setting. 2-meter in mid is almost 38 dB. That's again the same as in 70 centimeter, a little bit over 6 watt, 6.3 to be exactly. And in high it is 39.2, 8.3 watts. And that is not a short burst. You push the button, a lot of power, and then it drops. No, this power is constant output power. Maybe it drops a little bit with the battery voltage. I have not tested that. Maybe if you are interested in such measurements, please write it down in the comments and I can do a part 2. Also, if you miss something, if you want to know something about the radio, the parts, the accessories, etc., please write it down in the comments and I can do an answer, or I do a part 2 if the interest is high. And the interest should be high. This is a really great radio. I like it. I use it. The capacity on the battery is 2,500 milliamp hours. So for my QSOs and my long overs I do, if you ever had a QSO with me, you know I make long overs as I do long videos. And that was never a problem with the radio. I love it. And I will keep using it. Thanks TIDRADIO for sending it to me. Makes no difference with the measurements and my personal opinion, but I like it. It is a little bit bigger if you compare that, but for me it makes no difference. I like it, how you hold it. I have big hands. I have really big hands. For me it is no problem. If you have really small hands, maybe could be a problem, but I love it. So, have I missed something? If I missed something, please write it down in the comments. It is a beautiful radio. The measurements speak for itself. It's really powerful. Yes, it gets warm a little bit. We tested it in hot summer, 35 degrees Celsius and more. It was never a problem for the radio. Also, the little color display is just a little bit different and an extra touch to the radio. Ooh, I have one negative thing. And I wrote TIDRADIO an email. The problem was, and now you say, oh Jesus, Sandor, is that really a problem? The problem was in Germany, we have the 1750 Hertz tone for the repeaters. And I was not able to find the tone on the keyboard. Yeah? On the Baofeng and on the QUANSHENG, you have a button, or on the side you can push PTT and the button, then the tone is sent to open the repeaters. And I was not able to find it on the TIDRADIO. And what you have to do is you have to program it. That's a negative thing, I have to say. You have to install super easy software. The programming cable comes with the radio. That's a big plus. So you have to install the software, and I have it on this button here now. You have to assign a button to the repeater tone. That's the only negative thing I can say. Next to that, I really enjoy the radio and I will use it. I'm also using it, that's why there is a BNC. I'm also using it with the low Earth orbiting softwares, with the LEOs. This is no duplex radio. Don't misunderstand me. It's a normal radio as you know it. No full duplex mode, but I still love it to use on the LEOs. Modulation is excellent. The receiving is excellent. Also weak signals, excellent. I love it. It is no 400 euro radio, but if I compare it as I did to the Kenwood with the modulation, it is a really great radio. So if you are willing to spend a little bit more Then the QUANSHENG's Baofengs, but 150 is too much. This is, I think, a good choice. So maybe there is a link down in the description if I find one. If not, use your search engine. TIDRADIO TD-H8 is the model number. So again, thanks TIDRADIO for sending it to me. Sorry for the again long video. See you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. 73 DM40S Sandor. Bye.